Welcome to Mindmup. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the basics of creating, organizing, customizing, and sharing your maps. So let's go ahead and get started. Every map starts with a root node, and you can think of this as the main idea that you are exploring, planning, or organizing. So I'll press spacebar to edit the text, and I'm going to rename this to New Product Idea. Now notice that as I rename the root node, the map name updates automatically as well. But now let's go ahead and start building out the structure. So I'll press tab to go ahead and create a child node and add our first major area, core idea. Now if I want to create another item at the same level, I can press enter to create a sibling node. So let's go ahead and add MVP features, tasks, and timeline. Now you'll use shortcuts tab and enter constantly while building maps, so they are worth remembering. Tabs create a child node and enter creates a sibling node. And as your maps grow, you can drag the canvas around like this to go ahead and move around. And you can also use control or command plus your mouse wheel to zoom in and out just like so. So very quickly, we have gone from a blank canvas to the beginnings of a structured plan. Now, before we continue, let's quickly get oriented. At the top of the editor, you'll find the main menus, including File, Edit, View, Insert, and Text. Most features in Mindmap can be found within these menus. And if you ever want to return to your dashboard, all you have to do is click the Mindmap logo here in the upper left-hand corner, and then select back to home. But for now, let's stay here and continue building out our map. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to click and I want to drag this, and I just want to organize a little bit. So I'm going to bring these over here just like so, and then I'll leave these two on this side just so we can organize a little bit more. Now, let's get started with core idea. What I want to do is I want to add a few child nodes to capture the goals, the audience, and the problems that we're trying to solve. Now remember, we can simply select it, and then we can hit tab for a child node, or we can hit enter for a sibling node. So I will hit tab to add a child node, and I'll quickly go ahead and build out the rest of this map by adding supporting nodes beneath each of these sections. Okay, so I have finished building out my map here with all of my different nodes. Now, if a node needs additional details, what you can do is you can add a note to it. So, for example, I will select prototype, and then I will click the note option located right here. That's going to open the side little menu where I can add my note. So I will say this is a note. Something else we can do is we can add images directly to the nodes. So while having this selected again, we can click here to add an image to this node, or we can even attach files to keep supporting documents connected to your ideas. And if you would like to capture comments, reminders, or just loose thoughts that don't naturally fit into the hierarchy, you can add sticky notes to any of your nodes. So for example, I click on Build Outline, and then over here to the right, we can see sticky notes, and I click on that, and I can type in my little sticky note just like that. Now, as your map becomes more detailed, organization becomes increasingly important. Now, nodes can be dragged and rearranged at any time, just like so. So if you ever need to move anything around, you just drag it until you see that little purple circle, and then you drop it, and it rearranges the positions. Not only that, they can also be dropped directly onto another node to turn that into child nodes. For example, I can take problem, drop it right on top of audience, and now problem is a child of audience. And branches can be folded and unfolded using the F key so that you can focus only on the information that's relevant right now. So I select core idea, and I can press F to fold it, and then F again to unfold it just like so. Now, Mindmup also supports multiple root nodes. You could create a brand new root node by clicking the plus button down here in the middle, or you can even detach an existing branch using D. So I'll select timeline here, click D, and turn it into its own independent structure just like that. Because sometimes ideas are related even though they are located in different branches. And in those situations, you can create connections between the nodes. To do that, I'm going to click on my first root node here. Then I'm going to click on Add Connection, and I'm going to connect it to my timeline. Then I can click on the connection. I can come over here. We can add text, and I can say depends on. And adding these labels to the connections helps me explain how the ideas relate to one another. And these tools, they make it possible to capture the relationships that go beyond a simple hierarchy. Now, visual organization can make large maps easier to understand at a glance. Nodes can be customized with different fill colors, border colors, different shapes, text colors, and more. Connection lines can also be styled independently. We can change the color, the style, and the thickness. For example, we might use one color to represent the priorities, a different color to represent the risks, and another one for completed work. And you'll notice that the different elements provide different editing options. Nodes, connections, connection labels, sticky notes, and other elements each have their own contextual toolbar. And the most commonly used actions appear directly in these quick menus when you select one of these elements, so you can quickly access the most common things. And if you'd ever like to explore additional options, you can always click the three-dot menu on the right-hand side to reveal even more actions and settings for this particular element that you have highlighted. In my case, the node. And as your maps grow, a few techniques can dramatically speed up your workflow. First of all, you can select multiple nodes at one time by holding Shift and selecting them. And what this does is this allows you to edit all of these nodes at the same time. And this is much faster than trying to edit everything one at a time. So I can come through here and I can match the design of the other elements that I was customizing. And you'll notice when I have multiple nodes selected, the toolbar is now down here at the bottom instead, so that way I can see exactly what I'm customizing. Now, I held Shift to select multiple nodes, but something else you can do is use the hotkeys 1 through 9 to select layers of nodes. For example, if I press 1, it's going to select all of the nodes in the first layer, as you can see. If I press 2, it's going to select all of the nodes in the second layer, 3, and so forth. You can also copy the style from one element and then paste it onto another element, making it easy to maintain a consistent appearance throughout the entire map. So let's say that I wanted to copy core idea. I'm going to select it. Then we're going to go to the three dots on the right-hand side, and we are going to copy the style. Then let's say that I wanted to apply that to tasks, build outline, foundation, prototype, get feedback, observe, and ask questions. I have all of them selected. Then down here in the toolbar, we're going to click the three dots once again, and we are going to paste style. And just like that, it copies the entire style over to those nodes. So Mindmup includes many powerful shortcuts that can make editing significantly faster once you learn the basics. And to see a complete list of these shortcuts, you can come down here to the question mark in the bottom right-hand corner and click on that. And then you can click on keyboard shortcuts, and that is going to show you a complete list of the keyboard shortcuts. So far, we've been styling individual elements, but what if we want to update the entire map at once? To do that, we are going to go to the Customize Layout and Style panel over here at the top left. Now, this panel allows you to control the overall appearance of your map. You can switch between different map types, you can change the map direction, and you can choose different visual styles. And the global settings allow you to define the different colors, the different text styles, and the different shapes and line styles across the entire map. You can also create level overrides, allowing each level of the hierarchy to have its own appearance. For example, all first level topics can share one style, while the second level topics use another style. And this makes it easy to create consistent, professional looking maps in just a few clicks. Now, when you are ready to collaborate, sharing is simple. Up here at the top right, we are going to click on Share. So you can invite individual people to view or edit your map. You can also share your map with entire teams with a simple click. If we go back, you can generate a shareable link, and we have the guest pass here, which allows anyone to access your map even if they don't have a Mindmup account. You simply set your rules here and then click on start, and then you copy the link here. And anyone with that link can immediately begin collaborating without creating an account or signing in. It's one of the fastest ways to collaborate with clients, teammates, students, or anyone else who needs access to your map. And when it's time to distribute your work, you can export your map by going to the top left, going to File, and then going to Export. And you can export it as an image, a PDF, outline, a notes document, and more. And that there covers the basics of creating, organizing, customizing, and collaborating on maps. Now, before we finish, let's take a quick look at the dashboard. To do that, we're going to go to the top and back to home. Now, this is where all of your maps live. And you can switch between list and grid view over here on the right-hand side, depending on how you prefer to browse your content. Your maps can also be organized using tags, as you can see here. And to actually add a tag, you can mouse over, go to the 3 dots for the actions, and then edit the tags here. You'll also find dedicated areas for teams, starred maps, recently viewed maps, maps that are shared with you, and your personal maps. In the dashboard, it is designed to help you stay organized as your collection of maps grow. And that's it. We've covered the basics of creating maps, organizing information, customizing the appearance of your work, collaborating with others, and managing your maps. Now, as you continue exploring Mindmup, you'll discover many additional features, shortcuts, and customization options, but everything that we've covered today will give you a solid foundation to help get you started. And if you'd like to learn more, you can visit the Help Center, browse our tutorials, or explore the keyboard shortcuts available directly inside of the editor. Thanks for watching and enjoy using Mindmup.